Hey hun, I'm Chloe and this is Bree and this is the multiple pole climb tutorial. My mission is to share my passion for pole dancing and make pole dancing easy to learn and accessible. This is the 20th video of the beginner pole trick tutorial series. In order to maximize your training out of all the videos, I highly recommend you to start from the very first video of this playlist, as the tricks will be a progression of the video before. Multiple pole climbs, or climbing the pole multiple times, is a very versatile trick. It is a very crucial part of pole dancing, and you can do this both on spin and static, two different grips today. This video is mirrored for your ease of learning. I'll also have a red wristband on my right wrist and my right ankle to indicate the right side of my body if you do get confused of the directions. This trick tutorial is created for you for informational and educational purposes only, and for you to enjoy learning pole dancing from the comfort of your own home. Please participate at your own risk and don't work beyond your capability, and seek help or spotting when necessary. For any health concerns, please make sure to seek professional medical advice. Please also make sure you warm up your body before you start this video. I have a warm-up playlist depending on your level under the playlist warm up, so that you can try before you try the tricks. If you enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know to create more of these kinds of videos, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet so that you are notified every single week I upload a video. If you're looking to further your pole journey and combining tricks and dance together, then consider signing up for my online learning platform, Pole Art Vault, where we put all the tricks together into a combo and learning an entire routine with combos and dance together. You can find the link in the description below for further information. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get into the multiple pole climb tutorial. Alrighty, let's get into our conditioning. For our conditioning today, we are going to do our pole climbs. Now, if you have been following the beginner pole trick tutorial series, we have done our pole climb in the past. So, make sure that you watch the pole climb tutorial before you start this particular one, because we are doing multiple ones today. So, you are going to come onto your toes on the left side of the pole. Inside hand comes nice and high, outside hand comes across your chest, squeezing your armpit in, pushing away with your outside hand. You're going to bring your inside knee nice and high so that you get into your knee crease, bridge of your foot on the pole. You're going to swing your outside leg in front of the pole, squeezing your knees together, both hands up, pulling yourself all the way up so that your tummy is on the pole. You're going to slide your hand down so that it's in front of your chest. You're going to tuck your knee up towards your bum, sliding all the way down, and there is your climb. Well done. Now, we are going to do two on each side. So let's try one more on that same side. Inside and up, outside and across, inside knee up, outside leg in front. Hand up, pulling yourself up, hand in front of your chest, pulling the pole down, ankle to bum, sliding down. Well done. Rightio, let's try it on the other side. Coming onto your toes, inside and up, outside and across. Inside leg up, outside leg in front, pulling yourself up, hand to chest, ankle to bum, sliding yourself down. Alrighty, we've got one more. Let's do this. Inside and up, outside and across. Inside leg up, outside leg in front. Hand up, pulling yourself up in front of your chest, ankle to bum, and sliding down. Whew. Well done, that is your conditioning done. Alrighty, let's get into our multiple climbs. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to do two different grip variations, which we have done in the past already: split grip and forearm grip. And again, you can do this both on spinning and static. Now, if you want to practice your spin, I do highly suggest you to try on a spin pole. It's harder on a spin pole because you have to control your spin, but it is going to be good for practice if you plan to keep working on your spin pole. So, this is what your multiple climb looks like in your split grip. Now, this is what your forearm grip multiple climb looks like. Radio. Let's break this down. Now, I am going to initially show you on a static pole, but I am going to show you how to do it on a spin pole after this when I am doing my forearm grip. So you're going to come onto your toes, inside and up, outside and across, squeezing your armpit in. You're going to tuck both of your knees up at the same time so that it is close to your bottom hand. From here, you're going to pull yourself all the way up until you get your forearm onto the pole. Now again, remember, if your right hand is on the pole, elbow comes onto the left side of the pole. From here, you're going to grab the pole above your head, tuck your knee up nice and high, and then from there, you're going to swap onto your other forearm, and I am too high now. From there, you're going to grab the pole in front of your chest, ankle to bum, sliding all the way down. Well done. Alrighty, let's try it on the other side. Oh, my heater's on, so it's like really warm up there. So, coming onto your toes, inside and up, outside and across, squeezing your armpit in. Tucking your knee up, coming straight onto your forearm, outside hand comes nice and high. Pulling up again, and I am too high here. Ankle to bum, sliding yourself all the way down. Well done. Now, let's try our forearm grip this time. So again, I'm gonna try this on a spin pole so that you can see how to do this on a spinning pole. Now, with your spinning pole, it is gonna be slightly different because you're having that extra momentum to spin around the pole. Now, commonly, if you feel like you're spinning out of control, it's probably because you're swinging your outside leg around too much. So make sure that you're not swinging your outside leg around too much when you're coming into your multiple climbs. So now that my pole is on spin, let's try our spin pole version of our forearm grip this time, multiple climbs. So inside hand comes nice and high, outside hand comes in front of your face this time. From here, your elbow comes onto the other side of the pole. So remember, if your left hand is on the pole, elbow comes onto the other side of the pole, pushing into your forearm. From here, make sure you don't swing your outside leg too much. Tuck your knee up nice and high. From here, you're going to swap onto your other elbow. Other hand comes nice and high. From here, tuck your knee up. And I am too high. Hand in front of your chest, ankle to bum, slide all the way down, and voila. All right, well done. Let's try it on the other side. So remember to keep spinning forward and not backwards, yeah? So you're gonna come onto your toes, inside hand nice and high, outside hand in front of your face, elbow on the other side. So remember, right hand on the pole, left elbow onto the pole. You're going to swing your outside leg around, not too much. Tuck your knee up. From here, you're going to swap onto your other hand. Bring it up, tuck your knee up. Too high, ankle to bum. Sliding yourself all the way to the floor. Well done. And there is your split grip multiple climb and forearm grip multiple climbs. Now let's go through some tips and common mistakes. Now, common mistake number one for multiple climbs is double climbing. Now, when I mean by double climbing, it is this. Go swap, 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 swap. Now, with your double climbs, the issue with this is that you are only using one hand to climb up, and in my opinion, it doesn't look as pretty because you're sort of like swap, 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 swap. You're giving yourself an extra step to sort of climb up, and it looks like you're climbing. Now, obviously with pole climbs, you are supposed to climb, but you don't want to look like you're climbing up, if that makes sense. So, in order for you to do your pole climb so that it makes it look good, I actually have a few different sort of tips to make your climb look even prettier and not look like you're climbing up a pole like a monkey. So let's just go through a few tips. Now, when you're coming into your pole climb, make sure that you tuck your knee up nice and high. Now, if you don't tuck your knee up nice and high, what is going to happen is that you're going to struggle to grab the pole in your forearm grip on the other side. So I'll show you what I mean. If I don't tuck my knee up, so I'll say for example, if I don't tuck my knee up here, once I push my pelvis all the way up, you see how I'm struggling to climb up the second climb. Now, if you tuck your knee up nice and high, then what's going to happen is it's much easier to come into the right positioning in your forearm grip climb. So make sure you tuck your knee up nice and high when you're doing your climbs. Now, second thing, these tips that I'm about to give you are going to be a little bit more on the trickier side, and this is to really elevate your climbs. Now, I don't expect you to get this one straight away. And again, these are a bit more, I'd say a little bit more towards the intermediate level sort of like tips. But I just wanted to put all in this video so that in the future, at least you can come back, or maybe if you want to really nail down your climbs, that you can do these ones. Now, when you are climbing the pole, you can make sure that you're using your head movement and also making sure that you're doing almost like a body roll or reverse body roll up. So if you want to try this from the floor, this is going to be a little easier. So let's pretend like we did one climb. So your knees are sort of like in this position. Now from here, you're going to come into a little ball, tuck your knee, or like bring your hand close to your knee. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to turn your palm up into the ceiling. You're going to roll yourself up, lean all the way back, and remember, bring your head up as well. And then from here, bring your hand all the way up, and then you're gonna come into a climb. Now, if you are able to do this movement, it is going to really elevate your climb. It won't look like a climb, climb, climb. It will look a little bit more of a really nice climb. So try to incorporate this while you do your climb. So again, remember, reverse body roll. Tuck your knee, head all the way down. Palm facing up, you're going to start leaning all the way back, head all the way back as well, and then you're going to circle your hand up, grabbing the pole at the end. Now, I'll show you what it looks like with the elevated spinning climb, or static climb, as I should say. So climb. So there you have it. You probably you probably noticed that there would have been a massive difference in the way I climb now. It just elevates it that one extra step. Honestly, not even one extra, like 5 extra steps. I think it makes it just so graceful and flowy. So try incorporating this in your climb next time you do it. Now, next tip is to make sure that you have grip on your legs as always. Make sure that you have your grip on your inner part of your knee and also the bridge of your foot, and making sure that you point your toes. Now, I feel like I have been forgetting to mention to point your toes because I feel like it's a very, like for me, it's like you should be pointing your toes. But when you're doing your tricks, you obviously don't really think about that. So make sure you point your toe if you can when you're doing your climbs. And that is also going to help you elevate your movement that one extra bit. And I do understand initially when you're doing your climbs, it is a lot to think about, but try working towards pointing your toe while you do your climbs as you keep practicing them. Now again, last trick is to make sure that you remember your hand placement. So we've done our split grip and your forearm grip, but making sure that if you're doing your forearm grip, that your hand is in front of your face or lower part of your face, and then your elbow comes onto the other side. And that's gonna allow you to push your body away from the pole. And those were all the tips and tricks I wanted to go through for the multiple pole climb. Now, a little mindset tip for you today. Let's talk about goal setting. Now, in terms of pole, we have currently gone up to 20 videos and 20 tricks that we have gone through so far. Now, when you are setting a goal, it might be a little difficult, or you might find it a little tricky to do so now because you're obviously still dipping your toes into this new wondrous world that is pole dancing. Now, in terms of goal setting, you might not have any now, and this is a little tip that might help you to sort of elevate your pole journey and also to set a goal so that you know where you are going in the future and maybe for the next year. Now, what I usually like to do is to go on any social media platform and find a trick that looks really pretty, and maybe it might not feel like it's achievable now, but have a trick that you really want to try and aspire to do. Now, in order to do that, what us pole dancers do is put in the search bar hashtag PD and trick. So say, for example, I would go through a few different posts, like say pole dancing, whatever it is, and then you're going to find maybe one or two or a million tricks that you want to try. Now, if you go to the particular post, you might find that you're going to see a bunch of hashtags, and then you're going to find a few hashtags that start with hashtag PD. So PD stands for pole dancing, and then most of the times it's going to have a name of a trick, and say, for example, front hook. You're going to find hashtag PD front hook, and once you click on that, you're going to find a bunch of people that have done this particular trick. I would say when I started pole dancing, I found this trick called the Bird of Paradise that I achieved in the past few years, and I've absolutely been obsessed because it was one of my biggest pole goals that I had for years, and that really drove me to aspire to really want to nail more tricks, to be better in pole dancing, and it really helped me with the progression. So I really highly recommend you to find a goal in terms of pole dancing, and maybe even give yourself a brief timeline of how long you want to take to achieve that particular goal. Now, if you need specific goal setting, and obviously with some tricks you don't know how long it might take, how hard it is, so I'm more than happy to give you sort of recommendations and maybe even like a timeline in terms of how long you might take to get that pole trick, or what sort of flexibility or strength you need for it. So let me know in the comment section if you do need any suggestions, and that is a little tip I have for you to set a goal and making sure that you are progressing in your pole journey. Thank you so much for joining me in the multiple pole climb tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the very next tutorial. Bye! Oh, what are you looking at? This one? What is it? Good girl. Wait, did I do that on the other side? No, I don't think I did. All right.